Starts now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 10. I'm Justin Betty. Wolves across Wisconsin will soon be in hunters' crosshairs again after the quota for the upcoming November wolf hunt was set yesterday. Today, both hunters and wildlife conservation advocates gave their thoughts on the move. Newswatch 12's Morgan Johnson has details.
February 2021 was a landmark time for Wisconsin hunters. It held the first statewide wolf hunt since 2014. During a Wednesday meeting, the Natural Resources Board decided on a quota of 300 wolves for the fall hunt. This disappointed wildlife biologist Adrian Whitehaven.
That's just not a sustainable harvest of a Wisconsin wolf population, especially after the extremely aggressive harvest that occurred last winter.
Whitehaven noted that the last wolf count was just over 1,000 wolves in 2020 and occurred before the hunt in February. That number dropped by at least 218 during the February hunt. Other groups like the Wisconsin Conservation Congress supported the board's proposition and even said the quota should be higher. The chair, Tony Blattler, also addressed the tribal nation, who is entitled to up to half of the quota.
And we respect their position not to harvest wolves. However, it is also the right of the Wisconsin hunters and trappers to legally harvest wolves to help manage the growing population.
Blattler asked for a quota of 600 at the meeting. Meanwhile, Hunter Nation President Luke Hilgeman also asked for a higher quota of around 800. The Natural Resources Board approved a quota of 300 wolves for the November hunt, while groups like Hunter Nation and the Wisconsin Conservation Congress are in support of the hunt. Adrian Whitehaven and other conservationists worry what will come.
I think it was very unfortunate that the Natural Resource Board selected extremely high quota that we think is going to risk pushing the population to very low levels, as I said earlier, that we haven't seen since the early 2000s.
Reporting for Newswatch 12, I'm Morgan Johnson.
Again, in February's wolf hunt, hunters surpassed the quota for wolves in less than 4 days, which is one of the reasons some hunters believe the quota should be even higher. Outside, Jeff, it just felt lighter today, not as humid.
Yeah, high temperatures still topped out near 80, but it was way less humid today. Tomorrow, same story, but cooler temperatures tomorrow, highs only back in the low 70s. And look outside now, it's very comfortable. 63 in Rhinelander, 63 also for Mosinee. We'll have low temperatures tonight, ready? In the middle to upper 40s across parts of the area, making for some very nice sleeping weather tonight. All right, the clouds have pushed into southern parts of Wisconsin and Illinois. These are all kind of high cirrus clouds off thunderstorms across parts of central Illinois right now. For us, though, our weather's going to come from this way next couple of days, and there's nothing there. We are in good shape, and it's going to be a nice weekend and really nice through the middle portions of next week. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies to mostly clear skies and a bit cool, right? With low temperatures down near 47. Your full forecast is coming up, Justin.
Thanks, Jeff. A former Mosinee middle school teacher accused of inappropriately touching a student this spring is no longer charged. Today, a Marathon County judge dropped the charge of first-degree sexual assault against Christy Mathis, ruling there is not probable cause. She was arrested back on March 29th. The case is now dismissed. 3 Green Bay police officers involved with the killing of a man who opened fire at a Wisconsin tribal casino restaurant this spring will not face any criminal charges. Investigators say 62-year-old Bruce Pofall shot and killed 2 people at Oneida Nation Casino back on May 1st. They say he then went outside and shot another employee who survived. Officers then arrived and shot and killed Pofall. A State Department of Justice investigation released a letter to the Brown County DA today saying they will not charge the officers. A 44-year-old Medford man was arrested yesterday after a police chase from Marshfield into Clark County. Police say they tried to stop the man who had warrants for failing to register as a sex offender, reckless endangerment, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Police say they used spike strips, which caused the man to crash his vehicle into a ditch. He then led police on a short foot chase before being arrested. Police say no one was injured. The man now faces additional charges of fleeing an officer and possession of meth with intent to deliver. An Eagle River man was arrested this morning, facing charges of receiving and possessing child pornography. According to the indictment, 29-year-old Ryan Shelton received a live stream video of a minor engaged in explicit conduct and also possessed video or pictures of minors engaged in explicit conduct. Shelton was arrested this morning at his home and appeared in U.S. District Court in Madison this afternoon. If convicted, Shelton faces up to 20 years in prison on either charge. The 7-day average for number of new COVID-19 cases in Wisconsin technically fell a little today. The State Department of Health Services reports 1,460 new cases, dropping our 7-day average slightly to 1,104. It's been rising for weeks. Death numbers have not risen as much. Today, DHS reports 4 new deaths. We're averaging about 2 per day over the last week, though the number of people hospitalized with COVID-19 in Wisconsin has more than doubled over the last 2 weeks, from just under 200 people to now over 400. Meanwhile, again, nearly all of the recent serious cases of COVID-19 have been among people who are not vaccinated. Right now, DHS reports 53% of all people in the state have received at least 1 dose of COVID-19 vaccine, including nearly 64% of adults. Of course, kids under age 12 are still not eligible for COVID-19 vaccine, but that could be changing soon. UW Health has been selected as one of the sites for a phase 3 Kids Cove study for a COVID-19 vaccine for kids. It'll be done through American Family Children Hospital. It includes children from 6 months up to 11 years of age, broken up into 3 separate age groups. They'd receive 2 injections of a kid-sized Moderna vaccine, and then they'd be monitored for 14 months.
To really establish the safety and the efficacy of the Moderna vaccine in this age group, so that as kids are going back to school, as they go back to youth sports, to theater, whatever that they want to do.
UW Health leaders say about 96,000 kids nationwide were diagnosed with COVID-19 just in the last week. Throughout the pandemic, of course, kids have been exponentially less likely to suffer severe effects of COVID-19 compared to adults. But health officials say the new Delta variant is leading to more hospitalizations in kids. Today, Governor Tony Evers and state health leaders fielded questions about Wisconsin's response to this latest surge in COVID-19 cases. Newswatch 12's Cooper Henkel shows us what they had to say.
1,460 new cases on Thursday continues a troubling trend here in Wisconsin. COVID is spreading 11 times faster than it was just last month.
Wisconsin has a similar vaccination rate to Florida, and COVID-19 cases are reaching an all-time high in Florida, and their healthcare systems are overwhelmed.
A surge made all the more concerning as kids get ready to return to classrooms, nearly all in person and many without the recommended masking guidance in place.
One of the biggest differences we can make in the coming month is to make sure that when children go back to school, we make those environments as safe as possible. And that includes everyone wearing masks, not just an individual choice.
State officials also highlighted a worrying trend: a surge in non-COVID respiratory illnesses among young children.
So the big concern is that as infections of COVID-19 increase across the board, that could very well translate to higher numbers of children being hospitalized on top of this already interesting and unusual surge in non-COVID respiratory infections.
And with children under 12 still ineligible for the vaccine, meeting the 80% threshold many health officials say is necessary for herd immunity is all the more important.
Vaccines are safe and effective, and they will protect you from serious illness, hospitalization, and death. The vaccines work.
Officials say the best way to stay safe is to follow the science, not politicized conspiracies.
And getting vaccinated, wearing masks, and following the science will make it possible to protect ourselves and our communities and to move Wisconsin forward.
For Newswatch 12, I'm Cooper Henkel.
Marathon County leaders looking for input from residents on how to spend the $26 million plus the county is set to receive from the American Rescue Plan Act. Their final in-person listening session on this subject is set for next Tuesday, August 17th, 5:30 p.m. in the community room of the Hatley Public Library. You can also submit comments online from the Marathon County website now through August 20th. The Dow hit a new record high again this evening, despite being, as you see, in negative territory for most of the day. The index finished up about 15 points to close at 35,500. The S&P 500 also hit a new all-time high today. While the numbers on Wall Street are rising, the temperatures outside tonight are falling. How low will they go? Jeff's in with your full forecast after the break.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Northwoods Furniture, Eagle River.
Now's the time to get a Ford built for you, by you. Pick your color, your wheels, and other available features specifically designed for your Ford. Want an F-150 with a 12-inch touchscreen, 400 horsepower in an Explorer, or a moonroof? You've got it. And now an additional $1,000 bonus cash on top of all public offers. See your dealer for a Ford built for you, by you. Build and order your select Ford today and get $1,000 bonus cash in addition to all public offers.
Huge auction, Mass City, Michigan, Sunday, August 15th. Tractors, John Deere, Gator, tools, sporting goods, home contents, antiques, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Take it away, boys.
Music every weekend, never a cover, and drinks priced right. TV, pool, darts, and more. Happy's Pub in downtown Woodruff. You don't want to miss the Central Wisconsin Military Show, August 20th to 21st at the Motorama Auto Museum. Visit centralwisconsinmilitaryShow.com for more information.
RM80 set sail for the Eagle River Chain of Lakes with Pirates Hideaway. This family experience is like none other in northern Wisconsin. Wood-fire pizza, ice cream, a tiki bar, and of course, the open water. So round up the crew and head over to Pirates Hideaway, where your summertime adventure awaits.
Mornings are brighter with News Watch 12 today. Wake up from 5 to 7 with your morning news team. Peter Dubois, Sierra Whaley, and Devin Biggs. News Watch 12.
It's Slumberland's anniversary sale, but you get the gifts. Get a complimentary 4-night hotel stay at over 400 great hotels. Plus an extra 20% off when you spend $3,000 or more. You get more nights and more savings the more you spend. Get a 2-night hotel stay plus an extra 10% off when you spend just $1,000. So go ahead, get that new furniture and the trip.
Well, hello, Slumberland.
Buy more, save more, and get the trip. Now at Slumberland.
Well, we are traveling through the debris of a comet right now, giving us the Perseid meteor shower. It peaked last night, but the clear skies tonight and really low humidity will make viewing spectacular across the area. So get out there if you can and see if you see any meteors come by. But really out there now, temperatures are hanging out in the 70s and 80s today. That's going to change tomorrow as a reinforcing shot of cold air came through today. Gave us a couple of showers earlier. But here we go. We had highs up near 80, but that's not going to happen tomorrow as cooler temperatures are on the way, and they're already here now. Look at the numbers out there now. It's 63 in Rhinelander, 61 for Antigo, but upstream, Ashland, you're at 51 already, and it's going to be spectacular sleeping weather tonight. If you're in a tent, it may be a bit cool for you. Just grab somebody and snuggle with them. You'll be just fine tonight and tomorrow as well. All right, here we go. So going forward, 72 is the forecast high tomorrow, meaning much of tomorrow spent in the 60s. So 75 for us on Saturday, and then right back up again Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, back in the 80s. Highs back maybe upper 70s by the time we get to Thursday and Friday. But overall, a nice stretch of weather is on the way. Temperature-wise, now could keep the rain away as well? Most likely, yes. Right now, it's across portions of Illinois. These cirrus clouds now are blowing off storms in central Illinois right now. Those are ones in our backyard yesterday. Brought all the severe weather across the area. 2 days worth of Wisconsin, Michigan, parts of Iowa, into Indiana too. But for us, though, our weather comes from the west right now, and it's going to be this. There's not much going on here at all. We have high pressure building in. High pressure is sinking air. It's your friend. You can't get storms out of that. And we are going to be in for a nice stretch of weather beginning really today and lingering through the weekend into the early portions of next week. What's not nice, though, is here is Tropical Storm Fred. It is just north of Cuba. This will be making national news pretty much all weekend long as it works toward the Florida coastline. This track's been shifting a bit to the east a little bit today, but overall expected to enter the Gulf of Mexico as a tropical storm, make impact with the Gulf Coast here probably on Monday, and then moisture from from that, working up the East Coast early next week. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is mostly clear skies, low temperatures. You ready? Down to 47 with a calm wind already out there. Now, there could be some dense fog out there tonight. Tomorrow, all right, it's Friday first. Mostly sunny skies, but cooler. 72 is the forecast high tomorrow. They say that's the perfect human temperature, by the way. But the wind's going to gust near 25 through the afternoon, making that 72 feel a bit cooler. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by North Furniture and Mattress shows the story. We are dry through tomorrow and the weekend and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. 80s, though, are back in the forecast Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week. Justin?
Nice forecast. Thank you, Jeff. The North Woods is known for the outdoors, and there's also hundreds of miles of trails to explore. One Vilas County resident has decided to use a technique more known in urban areas and college towns to try to entice more people around here to bike. Newswatch 12's Megan Mamlock shows us how.
The heart of Vilas County has so many different bike paths to choose from, and using a River's Edge B-cycle is one way to go and explore.
The goal for this is really to have bikes available for people when they want them. It's really targeted at walking traffic. It's targeted at people who are walking between a restaurant and a hotel or just want a couple of hours to explore the lakes around here.
Manitowish Waters added a bike station across from Village Market that accommodates 10 electric bikes, which you can book with a few simple taps on the B-Cycle app.
This is an opportunity for people to access the bike trail that we have here in Manitowish Waters. And it really is an example of using the technology that we have currently to help people get out and explore a little bit.
This project has been in the works for about a year now, and the rate to use the bikes is $10 every half hour.
This is an experiment that Trek and B-Cycle brought forward. So what's happening now is that we're taking this idea of bike share in the urban sense where it's structured around transportation and trying it out in a recreational sense. And so the differences are going to be in the urban model, it's point A to point B, and in our model, it's point A back to point A.
They hope this will encourage more wide use of the trail system, and if all goes well, they hope to have more bike stations in the future.
So there's 3 other areas that our trail system connect to, and so one of those towns is Mercer, it's just north of us. The other one is Boulder Junction. Our bike path system connects all 3 of the little towns, and so my next step once this model proves in Manitowish Waters is to put one in Mercer as well, and then put one in Boulder Junction, and then see where we can go from there.
The bikes will be ready for use on August 23rd. Reporting in Manitowish Waters, Megan Mamlock, Newswatch 12.
Well, biking is a popular summer activity in the Northwoods, so is golf. And one lucky soul is actually paid to do it. We'll introduce you to him after the break.
My name's Arthur, Merrill, Wisconsin. In August of 2019, I started getting numbness in my feet. By July of 2020, my feet were so numb, I lost a sense of balance. I thought I was walking on stilts. I seen this ad for Spinal Aid. I took 20 treatments from them, and by then my feet were 90% better and no longer felt as I was walking on stilts.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and/or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation or visit us at spinalaid.com.
I learned long ago, if you've got the right tools and a little know-how, you can do it yourself. And no wall of mine's gonna get some dime a dozen paint. Pittsburgh Paints and Stains, premium performance from start to that tough, washable, one-coat finish. It exceeds expectations of what makes great paint. Pittsburgh Paints and Stains.
Get 11% off everything, including Pittsburgh Paints and Stains.
Gold Medal Trailer Sales off Highway 51 in Merrill has new and used trailers, full service customer service department, large selection of parts, and now offering trailer rentals.
Board certified podorthist on site, providing diabetic shoes, foot orthotics, ankle braces, and more to Central Wisconsin and the Northwoods. Call for an appointment today.
More than 6,000 acres of public parkland. Just park it in Merrill. A Discover Wisconsin Choice Destination 5 times and best community along the Wisconsin River.
Coming up on your Friday, we'll meet our new furry friend from the Lake County Humane Society.
And we're getting spoiled here in the weather department with a lot of nice days and some cooler temperatures, but there is a warm-up on the way. More when you tune in on your Friday.
Brewers pitcher Corbin Burnes made some history Wednesday night, striking out 10 batters in a row at one point. He also tied an MLB record with that stat. He set a career high with 15 Ks on the night in a big Brewers win. Tonight, the crew was right back at it at Wrigley, looking to complete a 4-game sweep of the Cubs. And they would get to Kyle Hendricks early. Jace Peterson goes the other way, and that is out of here. That shot puts the Brewers up 3-0. Moments later, Willie Adames at the plate, and that is smoked. 2 more runs score with an RBI single. But the Brewers really blow things open in the 5th. Manny Pena, that is his first career grand slam. He'd hit another homer later in the game. Brewers finish off the sweep 17-4. Literally like a scene out of a movie here as Major League Baseball held its first ever Field of Dreams game this evening. A stadium was built at the site of the field used for the famous movie in Dyersville, Iowa. And there you see is Kevin Costner on hand. The showdown between the White Sox and the Yankees, and it was a thriller. Chicago won it with a walk-off homer in the 9th. 9-8's your final. Summer internships can be helpful for young professionals getting into their careers, but one that just came through St. Germain today is a little different than most. Nate Myhock explains.
Summer internships can be a great opportunity for work experience, to network, to get your foot in the door. But this summer internship, well, it might just top them all.
You look at other state golf associations, nobody's doing this.
Patrick Koenig isn't your typical summer intern.
I got about 15 people that sent me the application, like, dude, you are perfect for this. This is what you do. And I was like, well, it's actually, I don't think anybody on this planet is more qualified to do this internship than myself.
It's hard to argue when Patrick has made golf his life.
I'm a professional golf photographer by trade, and so I'm going out here and giving these courses professional photography where otherwise they wouldn't think to, drop down the coin.
With his drone and his camera at hand, Koenig is highlighting the best of the Badger State by playing 50 courses in 50 days.
I've long said that Wisconsin is the greatest spot in the country for public golf. Part of it is to give these courses some exposure and to give Wisconsin golf, public golf, the attention that it deserves.
While his resume speaks for itself, Patrick still stood out with his application.
I put down important things, like I was published in Golf Digest, but then I also put down there, I once rolled a watermelon 322 yards down a fairway in Mexico. I put some stats down on my high kicks. I mean, I can kick pretty high. And then references, I listed my ex-wife. She can certainly testify to how much I love golf.
Although she could not be reached for comment,
there it is.
It's clear that this is Patrick's dream job.
I'm playing golf, and there's a paycheck at the end of the day for doing stuff that I love to do.
In St. Germain, Nate Myhock, Newswatch 12.
That is not a bad gig. Thank you, Nate. The U.S. is scheduled to complete its troop withdrawal from Afghanistan later this month. But it's been a rough summer for the Middle East country. We'll hear what U.S. leaders are saying about the situation there after the break.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Welcome to Toyota's National Sales Event.
Ooh, RAV4.
It's a great time to save on the 2021s while they last. Ooh, Venza. Toyota's got an exciting lineup to choose from.
Oh, Highlander, could you?
Oh, sure. You have to understand, it's the National Sales Event.
Right now, during Toyota's National Sales Event, get $750 customer cash on a new 2021 Camry, CHR, RAV4, Venza, or Highlander.
Hey, that's my line.
Toyota, let's go places.
It's time to get with the flow at Johnson Aiken's Three Lakes Docks and Lifts. You can't beat Flow Docks and Lifts quality, value, and versatility. Get your new Flow waterfront system at 3 Lakes Docks and Lifts from August 7th through August 14th, and you'll complete your summer fun package with a complimentary Big 8 grill with a qualifying purchase. Stop by on the 14th and enjoy some delicious grilling from 10 to 1. That's at 3 Lakes Docks and Lifts.
Weinbrenner Shoe Company has been manufacturing Thorogood footwear and developing careers right here in central Wisconsin for 130 years. And we are expanding. Weinbrenner offers on-the-job training, family-friendly hours, and a safe environment with unlimited growth potential. Join our team and produce some of the last made-in-USA footwear in the world. Learn more by visiting WeinbrennerUSA.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Land O'Lakes, Wisconsin is calling your name. Our growing community is ideal for a getaway or even a new place to live. Adventurous types can find thrilling ways to explore the outdoors, while others soak in the serenity of nature. Families can ride bikes through picturesque trails or check out the quaint library, while golfers hit the green. Take a stroll through our charming downtown and dig into decadent supper club fare. Land O'Lakes has everything you need to LOL. Live out loud, that is.
Need a new boat? Then it's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports, because we need your old boat. We need to buy fishing boats, pontoons, and speedboats. So trade in your old one and upgrade into a new boat today. Come check out more boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else in Wisconsin. Or we could help you get top dollar by selling your old boat on consignment. It's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports Shawano.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Mix 96.5.
Just weeks before the U.S. is set to complete a troop withdrawal from Afghanistan, today the Pentagon announced they'll send about 3,000 more troops in to help get embassy staff out. Comes as the Taliban continues to seize control of much of the country. Melissa Rainey has the latest.
An urgent withdrawal.
This is a prudent step, a prudent reduction.
As the U.S. works to remove embassy personnel from Afghanistan.
This is not abandonment. What this is a reduction in the size of our civilian footprint.
And warns all American civilians to leave the country immediately amid the deteriorating security situation.
I keep getting calls from all over who just keep asking, can you help us? Can you help us get out of Afghanistan?
The Taliban seizing control of 12 key provinces, increasingly cutting off Kabul, Afghanistan's capital, from the rest of the country, raising fears of a complete takeover.
And that hurts me so much, because this country, we put our blood, our sweat in building it.
With just weeks to go before the planned U.S. troop drawdown, the White House is sticking to its promise to end America's longest war.
Our larger point here is ultimately the Afghan National Security Defense Forces have the equipment, numbers, and training to fight back.
But the Pentagon is not ready to rule anything out.
I am not going to speak about planning contingencies or potential outcomes. And the other thing I'd say is that no potential outcome has to be inevitable.
I'm Melissa Rainey reporting.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Builders Service Incorporated, Elko.
Hungry for something hot and juicy?
Maybe.
Breaded by hand?
Sounds steamy.
Nestled between two toasted buns?
Toasty.
The new hand-breaded chicken sandwich. Buy one, get one for just $1. Only at Hardee's.
Feed your happy.
Lance Truck. Lance Truck. We got the trucks at Lance Truck.
Nobody has more used trucks all on one lot, all priced to move. So when you're ready to buy your next truck, know that all Lenz trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenztruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move.
We got the trucks at Lenz Truck.
Let's dive into Lake Minocqua for an evening showing of Creature from the Black Lagoon. August 14th at Torpy Park. Watch the movie from your boat or afloat in the water. Pre-show beach party starts at 5:30 p.m. For ticket and event information, visit letsminocqua.com/dive-in.
RM80 set sail for the Eagle River Chain of Lakes with Pirates Hideaway. This family experience is like none other in northern Wisconsin. Wood-fire pizza, ice cream, a tiki bar, and of course, the open water. So round up the crew and head over to Pirates Hideaway, where your summertime adventure awaits.
It's a fact. We use our internet and TV more than ever, with most of us spending nearly 7 hours a day online. So it's no wonder thousands of families are switching to Spectrum. Because most families have up to 8 connected devices, which means they need even more speed. Switch to Spectrum Internet and get the fastest starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits for just $44.99 a month, with a free modem and free security suite included. Call 833-546-4499. When it comes to TV, we're watching more than ever. In fact, 80% of us watch TV every day. Spectrum TV lets you catch all your favorite sports, news, and more live. Plus, download the free Spectrum TV app and watch on your devices. Switch to Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-546-4499. The fact is, Spectrum has the best services at the best price. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. We'll even buy out your current contract. Call 833-546-4499.
Hungry for something hot and juicy?
Maybe.
Breaded by hand?
Sounds steamy.
Nestled between 2 toasted buns?
Toasty.
The new hand-breaded chicken sandwich. Buy one, get one for just $1. Only at Hardee's.
Feed your happy.
Bremen Merrill Ford is your locally owned Ford dealer for over 30 years. Supplying top-rated customer satisfaction, they will make your next vehicle purchase or service easier than you think.
The Italian island of Sicily may have hit the highest temperature ever recorded in Europe today. The city of Syracuse hit roughly 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Thanks to what they're calling an anticyclone, which we might call a high
pressure.
Right, which they've named Lucifer for the heat it's bringing to Italy.
They are so dramatic.
It's a bit dramatic. 120 is hot, though.
High pressure Lucifer, they're naming their high pressure systems
anticyclone.
Okay, let's go to our weather. It's not as hot here right now. It's in the 50s and 60s, much cooler than it was yesterday, and it's not humid at all. So if you're camping, perfect night for outside events. All right, so there are some clouds across central and southeastern Wisconsin. These are high clouds, cirrus clouds out there. For us, though, we're clear. Perfect viewing of the Perseid meteor shower, if you can see it tonight. It kind of peaked last night, but we were cloudy. But tonight is still probably a couple of them out there. But we have lots of great weather this weekend and next week. We're entering a very quiet, settled pattern. And then high pressure, or our anticyclone, is building in with highs in the 70s into the 80s.
You want to name our high pressure system?
High pressure anticyclone.
Hodag.
We should
not a thing.
You want to go there?
The Tonight Show is next. Have a great night.